Hi, welcome to MediatorPodcast.com, a podcast and video series about mediation, negotiation, and collaboration. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I provide online valuation, divorce, and mediation services in St. Louis, Missouri. In this week's episode, we will discuss the benefits of divorce mediation, co-parenting, child support, and future expenses with Erika Englund. She's a family law attorney in California, a trained divorce mediator, and founder of Divorceably. Currently, she's also the CSO of Support Pay. How do you work with CDFAs to understand the financial situation of the couple? Like, where do you bring them into?
Everywhere I can. And I get a little bit effusive speaking about CDFAs because they are just an underutilized, underappreciated, absolutely magical, wonderful, effective tool. So maybe I'm a little bit much. I'm a CDFA fangirl, if you will. But some of the different places that I bring them in as a mediator. If the family has a business, then business issues, and I don't need to tell you, are incredibly tricky. Even if couples aren't fighting and they just don't even know, how do we even do this in a way that's fair? So I have a fantastic business evaluation expert. His name is Kenny Pierce Valuations. They do about a 2 or 3 hour consultation with the clients where they talk about the different modes of business valuation, which one might be appropriate for their specific type of business, what the costs might be, and then does that even make sense for them moving forward? So that's an area where I bring in a CDFA. When I have someone who isn't used to making the financial decisions in the marriage, very often, I think a marriage has a CFO, a chief financial officer. Sometimes someone really doesn't know a lot about how to know how much support they need or can pay, what their budget is, can they afford a house? And the CDFA is fantastic for what are your needs, because now we're moving from one household to supporting two. So we've got to figure out what you need. And then also, like, how do we free up enough money to make that work? I bring them in when we have assets of different types or origin. So a pension, a 401k plan, a house, deferred compensation, and stock options. Wow, what do we do with this? Even if I know exactly what to do with it, hearing it from a CDFA brings this gravitas and understanding to the clients where they really buy in and get it because it's coming from the financial expert. So sometimes it's not the fighting as much as it is, how do we do this in a way that's fair? You would like to buy a new house right now, but we don't have the cash. What are the different ways we can do that? You need money out of a retirement account and you don't want to pay taxes or penalties on that. Okay, what can we do? What are the options? Those are some of the areas where I bring them in. But I will reiterate, every divorce has financial issues, and financial issues are always tied to some kind of emotion or another. So bringing in a CDFA when negotiations get stalled on anything financial is also a wonderful tip for litigation attorneys and for mediators, because the CDFA is going to really help people get to, like, what's the real issue? And then just bring that expert opinion that brings people to the table, they accept it, and they move forward.
Yeah, and I think that the unknown, or it's not even the unknown, the misconception is that, our financial situation is so complex. There's no way we could mediate this. And I really think that if you have two people that want to keep some control over their own scenario, like, I want to, we want to choose exactly how we're going to do the parenting plan. We want to choose exactly what we're going to do for maintenance or child support. I think when you have two people that really are trying to find something that is fair and reasonable for the couple, then any financial situation can be handled. I mean, whether you find a CDFA that has experience in A, B, or C or something else, there's an individual that's around that can help you kind of get through, or multiple individuals. But I think that that's the misnomer. It's really making sure that your mediator, I think, we'll see what your opinion is, but I think it's making sure that your mediator understands their own limitations as well, and has, a team of people in your area or in other areas that can say, okay, we have this unique situation. I'm going to pull this person in and they're going to help us with this. And really that's the role of the mediator, is not to say I'm going to do everything, but I'm going to say I'm going to kind of be the quarterback, right? I'm going to lead this. And another thing that you said that was interesting was the person that may not know a lot about money. You can't have one person just be like, well, I know everything about the money, so this is the deal, right? You need to have everybody making decisions from educated positions. And so if that means somebody has to educate that person on what the true financial picture is, then sometimes that person could just work directly with the one spouse, right? And
of course,
get there. But
yes, sometimes my CDFAs have worked with only one spouse. Sometimes each spouse has had their own because they needed the privacy of that relationship. And sometimes we bring in one as a neutral. Something amazing about COVID is the availability to connect with amazing professionals over Zoom. So people that might not be in your area can hire you to guide them through their divorce process. And maybe last year at this point, that's a thing that somebody wouldn't have thought of. So that your reach is so great, and you can guide people all over the United States. So, I mean, absolutely. I think of the mediator as the hub of the process. You are the project manager, and you bring people in as they are needed to the best of your ability, and then never, ever try to do it all. It will tax you as a mediator. It will exhaust you. It's not a good service to your clients to deal with areas that are complex and out of your wheelhouse.